Show.
Man, I've been waiting for this for so long. It's the start of another NBA regular season. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, they know this is not your throwaway game, a team they defeated in the second round of last year's playoffs. They'd better be ready. I remember Doc Rivers as a player with the Atlanta Hawks, Shaq. You know him as your...
Welcome everybody. This is episode 2 of the My NBA Today series. I'm gonna be playing as the Clippers.
This homestand ends here for the Clippers as they get ready to hit the road. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year, they will be out for revenge after losing to them in last year's playoffs in 6 games.
Well, if this is a matchup that feels familiar, it's because it is. Just last season, they were knocked out of the conference semis by this club.
The one-hand slam is so sweet.
You can also watch the real game tonight on TNT 10:30
finish like that. That's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. International.
So yeah, hope you enjoy the gameplay.
Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot.
Well, I liked what I saw from Blake Griffin, showing more assertiveness offensively, especially when Chris Paul was missing time with a separated shoulder. Blake averaged over 24 points a game last year. That was a career high.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Scott Brooks. I asked him about the challenge of containing Chris Paul, and he said, well, he's one of the best in the business, maybe the best. There's really nothing he can't do. But fellas, he said matching CP3's intensity on the court and making him work defensively are 2 keys. Back to you.
All right, Doris. Now here's Barnes, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Barnes kicks to Paul. Hits the 3-point bomb. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
And Griffin showing more and more comfort with his jump shot. Doc Rivers wants him facing up to exploit his ball handling and quickness. And tell you what, when he's making that outside shot, he becomes basically unguardable.
Here's Roberson. Westbrook wide open. He fires and misses it off the right side of the rim. Paul goes in. Again, Los Angeles.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
Thunder have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And for Griffin last season, over 70% apart from the free throw line for the first time in his career.
Love seeing that kind of improvement. It points out how diligently he worked to refine and improve that free throw shooting.
Now here's Adams to the wing right side. Barnes dishes to Reddick. There's the block, and they get it back. The lead pushed to double digits.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Barnes against Jones, and he banks in the layup.
Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
Now here's Paul. He really had an off game against the Trailblazers. He really never found his rhythm. The tray. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, they probably should have abandoned the 3-point shot in that game because their percentage was terrible. You know, but they kept firing away from long range.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I thought that was one of the things that doomed them. I mean, you can't stick with something if it's not working for you.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Now here's Westbrook. 38 points for him last game against Portland. Adams' shot is good.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Paul passes to Griffin. Stolen by Westbrook. Jones kicks to Westbrook. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Paul with the bucket.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Now here's Westbrook. Ibaka, no luck.
Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
Reddit. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Perry Jones. And it's Telfair in for Roberson. Here's Farmar on target from 13 feet. Farmar's got his first basket of the night.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right, and to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
Here is Telfair. Pass to Perkins. Thomas kicks to Telfair. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good. Telfair's got his first bucket in this one.
Those are what we call confidence building blocks.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Farmar kicks to Crawford. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hawes. The shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Telfair dishes to Perkins. And he gets the bucket.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass. If you just look at the numbers, you are not seeing the real impact of Kendrick Perkins. I mean, he is just this mountain at the rim as a protector of the paint. And it really makes it hard for opponents to get easy shots because of his presence.
You know, Steve, with Perkins, the defense at the rim might be the best thing he brings to the table. He is a solid defensive player for sure all around, but his ability to make life miserable on inside shots is special.
Well, I think he's one of the elite low-post defenders in the league. You know, when he has to go against the big scorers down on the block, whether it's Tim Duncan or Hibbert, he does as good a job as anybody because of his strength and his intelligence, just understanding what he's facing night in and night out.
Here is Hawes. He's covered by Collison. Crawford outside. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
Got it up. Can't get it to go. And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Clippers lead by 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns. Be there.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Griffin at the 4 with Pause at the 5. Crawford out there with Farmar. And it's Bullock in at the 3 slot. 2 on the clock. They get it back. Collison kicks to Telfair. He feeds it to Thomas. Dishes to Telfair. Here's Roberson. The shot's good. Telfair making the play. Roberson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Thunder. Clippers leading by 5.
A lot of high hopes for the Thunder heading into last season's playoffs, and it didn't go quite as they had planned.
Bullock passes to Hawes. It's Crawford with the drive. Here's Griffin. That's good. And the Clippers lead by 7.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Thunder would come back from the first round scare nicely as they got rid of the Clippers in the second round.
And it looked like they would be in for a good fight against the Spurs in the conference finals, but just kind of faded
By the way, guys,
as that series wore on. And I think
comment
that was
suggestion from our
San
YouTube
Antonio
channel
did
for
than what
NBA
the Thunder did.
They played
2K15.
their best basketball.
I'll be uploading my team videos soon.
Each series, it seemed
Because
as though
that's
they
what
got
I
to
mostly
another
play.
level.
I play
At
my
the
team.
right time. And Los Angeles with some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Hawes. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Jordan Farmer. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Oklahoma City. Jones comes in for Thomas.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Ibaka with a screen on Paul. Inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Now the shots are starting to fall a little bit more than they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, they say it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive in golf. Well, a shaky start can be overcome because now they're starting to heat up.
Redick with the bucket. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers. Ibaka dishes to Telfair. Throws it up high, and Ibaka slams it in.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
They call him Serge Ibaka. Ibaka has led the league in total blocks for 4 straight seasons. I love that Ibaka. That fits.
That one wide left.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
And stolen by Jordan. Jumps up and finished off by Griffin.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And here now the Thunder, after the Clippers pick up 2. That drops. And Ibaka, also known as surge protector, devastating, soaring in from that weak side as always.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's improved his defensive IQ as well. He's kind of learned when to jump, when to hold back, when to box out. And he's a terrific pick and roll defender as well because of his lateral quickness. He's able to stay with point guards on a switch. Really impressive. And let's take a look at last season's numbers for Chris Paul. First in assists, first in steals, and he was very solid from the foul line, closing out the year among the top 20 in terms of free throw percentage.
And Steve, as you said, I mean, he finished the season with the most assists in the NBA. So often he controlled entire games with his dime drop.
And so here is Oklahoma City, 8-point game. And Ibaka kicks to Jones. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
And maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
Wasted no time on that one. 18 points for Chris Paul.
Well, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke.
The threes in his game is so OP because of the shot meter, and I can make it with Chris Paul like every time.
At this point in my career, I'm only
It doesn't matter who you shot through with, it's always going to go in.
That's where you make your name, and that's where you make your imprint on history. He's looking to add to that
Except for like
wonderful
center,
legacy,
of
guys.
course, but
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris.
Well,
know
you
what's
can
up.
see that desire on the court. He's so focused.
Rocket 2. And
see what I'm talking about?
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed
5 out of 7
have been
threes.
of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Jordan. Turkoglu comes in for Blake Griffin. Barnes, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And Chris Douglas-Roberts subbed in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Perkins. To the wing on the left. Roberson the pass to Adams. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
A shot by Paul.